prepare your heart, because what's happening behind the scenes at the Under Armour Performance Center isn't just a change of cycle, it's a seismic restructuring of the Baltimore Ravens' identity. Steve Bisciotti and Eric DeCosta have opened the castle doors to a new era, and the scent of change hangs in the air of Maryland like the fog that descends on Baltimore Harbor on game night. The news that's shaking the league's foundations is the scheduled interview with Robert Saleh. Imagine the intensity of that man who transformed the Niners and Jets defenses into elite units, bringing that sacred fire to our defensive scheme. We're talking about a leader who ignites the locker room, someone who can extract the maximum from every piece of this roster. But it's not just about coaching, it's about the obsessive hunt for an elite pass rusher. DeCosta revealed that he attempted an aggressive move before the trade deadline, a move that almost put a monster in our backfield. Whether it's Maxx Crosby or an inside giant like Quinnen Williams, the plan is in place. Baltimore will once again be the place where opposing quarterbacks come to have nightmares. It's the quest for the championship DNA that never left us, but now it demands new faces and a ruthless mentality. Before we delve into the financial and tactical details of this historic rebuilding, I have a special invitation for you who live and breathe purple and black. To not miss any detail of this epic journey to the Super Bowl, subscribe to the channel now, leave your like, and comment below which of these names you prefer to lead our defense. Your participation is what drives our community and ensures that the voice of the Baltimore nation is heard in every corner. Don't be left out of this conversation, because every decision made now will echo for decades to come for our franchise. The clock is ticking, and Steve Bisciotti has been categorical. The absolute priority is to define the new head coach, but hand in hand with that is the future of our general, Lamar Jackson. In 2026, Lamar's salary impact will be monumental, reaching $70 million. However, the franchise owner has made it clear that he wants Lamar as his long-term quarterback. The ultimatum has been given. He doesn't want this negotiation to drag on until April. The idea is simple and direct. Put a higher number on the contract, sign it, and focus on what really matters, which is building a championship roster around our two-time MVP. If Lamar is committed to the project, Eric DeCosta's financial engineering will be facilitated, allowing the team to spread the values and use years of waivers to free up space in the salary cap. Currently, Baltimore occupies the 17th position in cap space, an intermediate situation, but extremely promising compared to previous years. With the flexibility that Lamar's contract renewal would bring, the free agent market becomes a playground for DeCosta. This aggressive financial strategy has one primary target: the pass rush. The plan is to transform our defensive line into a force of nature even before the renewal cycle is complete. Draymond Jones's return is viewed favourably, but we know we need more. Names like Trey Hendrickson, who embodies the spirit of Baltimore with his physicality and technique, are on our radar. Although Hendrickson is approaching 32, he plays with a vitality reminiscent of great veterans who have played here before, like Khalil Mack, who at 34 still dominates the trenches. There's also the option of Joey Bosa, who is coming off a solid season, or even a bold move for Maxx Crosby if he's truly available for trade. Imagine the scenario: Lamar Jackson at his peak, Derrick Henry steamrolling defences, and a revamped pass rush unit under the command of a defensive genius like Robert Saleh. It's the recipe for total dominance. Beyond the on-field reinforcements, the management expressed deep disappointment with the development of young talents on the offensive line. Players like Daniel Falele and Roger Rosengarten didn't make the expected leap, and even Tyler Linderbaum seemed to stagnate under the previous coaching staff. The decision to fire John Harbaugh wasn't based on a lack of friendship or respect. DeCosta and Harbaugh are neighbours and best friends, but rather on the desperate need for improvement. Bisciotti was emphatic in analysing the last 10 years, We were the third winningest team in the regular season, but we systematically failed in the playoffs. Mistakes that didn't happen in the regular season came at crucial moments, and leading in comebacks suffered in the fourth quarter became an unacceptable mark for an organisation of this calibre. The owner felt that if he didn't change now, he would be being unfair to the next cycle, giving only one more year of life to a structure that was already showing signs of exhaustion. Now, the selection process for the new coach involves a rigorous filter, starting with 20 candidates until reaching the 5 finalists. And the most fascinating point, Lamar Jackson will have an active voice in this process, participating in 8-hour interviews, evaluating everything from tactical schemes to the nutrition and physical preparation of the candidates. Lamar Jackson's immersion in the franchise's decision-making processes marks a turning point in the organisation's history. Steve Bisciotti isn't just handing over the keys to the kingdom, he's launching a leadership and maturity challenge to his quarterback. By flying from Florida in his private jet for grueling 8-hour training sessions, the owner hopes Lamar will absorb every detail of the candidate's philosophy, from workout planning to integrating sports science to avoid the injury history that has plagued us so much. It's a unique opportunity for our number 8 to offer his perspective and help shape the environment where he will spend the best years of his career. The search for this new commander is balanced and strategic, navigating between brilliant offensive minds and elite defensive architects. Among the names circulating in the corridors of the castle, figures like Vance Joseph, Brian Flores, Jim Schwartz, and the rising Jesse Minter appear strongly. There is genuine interest in names like Clint Kubiak, who could bring the necessary modernity to the attack, or even minds like Mike McDaniels to raise the level of efficiency of the entire cast. The competition for these talents is fierce, especially with divisive rivals like the Steelers also interviewing big names like Jesse Minter and Brian Flores. There are 9 open spots in the league, some filled by promising young talents, but Baltimore's stability and winning culture make this the most coveted position on the market. As analysts and insiders have rightly pointed out, Baltimore is one of the best managed organisations in all of sports, maintaining a continuity that dates back to the Brian Billick era through the glory of Ray Lewis and Ed Reed, and reaching the present moment under the precise management of Eric DeCosta and the timeless wisdom of Ozzie Newsome. The focus of the new coach, and consequently the new offensive coordinator, will be to extract every drop of talent from Lamar Jackson. Even in a year considered below average by some critics, his numbers are undeniable: 4th in passer percentage, 3rd in yards per pass, and 9th in touchdown to turnover ratio. Many of the interceptions credited to him were the result of deflected balls and reception errors, which reinforces the idea that with the right tactical support and a system that maximises his strengths, the sky's the limit for this attack. The offensive coordinator position in Baltimore has become as valuable as the head coach position in other franchises. The possibility of working daily with a 2-time MVP and a generational talent like Lamar attracts the best strategists in the country. The front office is looking for someone who can make the offensive unit take the leaping quality that has been lacking in recent postseasons. Simultaneously, the defense needs to recover that aura of invincibility that defined the terror of Maryland. The idea of bringing in someone with the mentality of Robert Saleh, or the energy of a new young coordinator, aims precisely to stem the hemorrhage of leadership lost in the fourth quarter and ensure that the team maintains intensity 60 minutes. Sashi Brown and Eric DeCosta are leading the research, doing the heavy lifting to ensure that Bisciotti's final decision is based on solid data and cultural alignment. We are facing an off-season that will define the franchise's success for the next decade. Renewing the contracts of key players like offensive lineman Tyler Linderbaum and retaining talents such as Isaiah Likely and Chidobe Awuzie are vital pieces of this puzzle. The possibility of strategic cuts to save salary cap space, like the situation involving Marlon Humphrey, shows that there's no room for sentimentality when the goal is the Lombardi Trophy. The mentality is to go all in, taking advantage of Lamar's peak form and Derrick Henry's dominant presence to shock the world again. Frustration with the recent past is fueling this radical transformation. If not now, when? That's the question that echoes in every meeting. Baltimore is preparing for a relentless hunt, and every move on the board points to a stronger, faster, and far more dangerous version than any we've ever seen. The Purple Rain is being forged again in the flames of renewal, and the result promises to be something cinematic.